Happy Sunday from the fabulous Florida Keys. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. This is my morning market MLS update video I do every day right about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the lower Keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every day, you will be ahead of most buyers. You'll know about every new listing from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors know about them. That's very valuable information for a buyer to have. I find most buyers will wait for a home to come on to Trulia or Realtor.com or Zillow before they inquire about it. And the problem they run into often there is by the time one of those sites puts a home live online, it's already been on the multiple listing service a couple days and all the good deals are already under contract. If you watch this video every morning, you see something you think you might like, you can call me right away and I'll make an appointment for us to go see the home. If you're not here locally in the Keys, I've gone and previewed it on behalf of buyers many times. I'll either do a FaceTime walkthrough for you or I'll do a YouTube video and put it up just as a private viewing so only you can see it on the channel. I'll give you a passcode to get in. I've also just gone and taken 100 plus photos of a house and emailed them to a buyer on their behalf. Then if you like what you see, we can write up a contract and have you under contract on the home before most buyers ever even knew it was available for sale. You can also get a much more detailed description of these listings, including photos, if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. I'll put that web address in the description below. There's a lot more information on the blog, a lot more details on the homes, any unique features the home might have. It'll have things like room descriptions, room dimensions, photos of the inside of the home, photos of the outside of the home. If the home happens to be waterfront or happens to have a pool, there'll be photos of the water view, there'll be photos of the pool. It's just a lot more information than I can cram into a couple-minute YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com. And it's updated every day, including photos, right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. If you like this video, please let me know. Click that thumbs up like symbol down below. If you want to see more videos of this nature and keep current with the Florida Keys real estate market and know what's being listed at what prices every day, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a video just like this every morning. We have 2 new listings that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. Both of them are in the lower Keys. There were no listings in Key West today. But before I give you the information on the listings, the state of Florida's legal department makes me cover the boring stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listings. And I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. Sometimes I'll put in my opinion, but when I do, I'll very much clarify that it's my opinion. Otherwise, you can just assume what I'm telling you comes from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. The first house we have is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,872 square foot house on Summerland Key on East Shore Drive. This one's on a huge lot per Key standards. It's a little over 20,000 square feet of land, where most of the lots in the lower Keys are either 5,000 or 6,000 square feet. The only downside of this home is Summerland Key's biggest feature they're most well known for is their deep water boating. You can get really bigger boats into Summerland Key. The controlling depth coming in is much deeper than most of the lower Keys. This house is on a dry lot. It's not a waterfront home. The listing does claim that you can get a membership to the Blanchbergen Marine Park with ownership of this home, but that park is relatively new. I'm not real familiar with it. So if you did decide you liked this home, definitely during your due diligence inspection period, contact the park or contact Monroe County and make sure that you can, in fact, get your membership to that park, because they do have a boat launch in there and it's just minutes up the street from the house. You can put your boat in there and that would be a nice bonus to have. It's offered at an extremely low price for Summerland Key, even if it is a dry lot house. It's being offered at $795,000. And for a house on a lot of land that big and an 1,872 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, It also has 2 levels of living area, which is basically a 3-level home because the bottom level of most of the houses in the Keys is parking. Anything built after 1975 has to be 8 foot above sea level by law. That's why you see so many of the stilt homes in the Keys. People decide they go up much higher than the 8 foot above sea level. 8 foot above sea level would probably be 4 or 5 feet above the ground you stand on. But most people figure if you have to elevate the house anyway, you might as well elevate it high enough to park underneath, and you can also have storage underneath there and just take advantage of that space. Plus, if you're up higher, you get a better view. This one's definitely a great house. It's an excellent price if you don't mind having to go to the water park to launch your boat. Next, we go to Big Pine Key to Natalie Road. There's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,431 square foot house. Natalie Road's in an up-and-coming neighborhood of Big Pine Key, but it definitely hasn't up and come yet. It's one of the lesser neighborhoods in Big Pine Key. This house, in my opinion, is very overpriced. They're asking $830,000 for it. It's a modular home, which has been very popular in the Keys since the early 2000s. There's nothing wrong with a modular home. They're great homes. They're great construction. I've sold a lot of them. They've been the prevalent construction in the Keys since the early 2000s. But this particular one is a very basic modular home, and it really looks like a mobile home. Then there's no landscape, and the lot's very barren. In my opinion, it's just ugly. If they went to Home Depot or any nursery, $400 or $500 worth of colorful landscaping and make the house look a lot better, but it's just way overpriced to be in that section of Big Pine Key and on a dry lot. But that's just my opinion. That's all we have for today. If you want to take a look at any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, give me a call at 305-731-0501. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to showing you homes in the fabulous Florida Keys. And more importantly, I look forward to making you my neighbor. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.